Most men don't know how to change in a way that's real because changing is hard. And that's why I'm an advocate for not changing yourself to try to save your relationship. And I know you might think to yourself, but she's asking for this and asking for that. And if I don't change, I'm going to lose her. But one huge misconception that a lot of guys are making is thinking that these changes are something that are going to keep her and have her falling back in love with you. And that's just not the case. See, when a man totally changes his persona and his personality and the things that he likes and things he doesn't like, when he changes all of that to try to save a relationship, all that ends up happening is you're making the woman lose even more respect for you. Because now she's looking at you as a man who doesn't consider himself a high-value man, a man who doesn't appreciate himself, a man who doesn't know his own self-worth, because he's so willing to abandon his entire being and what's important to him in order to try to make her happy. Now, on the flip side of that, not only is she losing respect for you that you're trying to change everything about yourself, but also she wasn't born yesterday. She also knows that those changes are not realistic and they're not sustainable. And that's why I like to teach all of my students about altering and shifting your love communication style, because all of us can make minor shifts. All of us are able to alter the way that we're presenting love and the way that we're communicating in order to match our partner. So you're not changing all of these things about you. Instead, what you're doing is you're growing. You're growing in the way that you're showing love. And when you can grow in the way and you can alter your love communication style to match your partners, and when you learn how to do this consistently, now she's going to look over here and she's going to look at you and she's going to realize that you haven't changed. You're still the same guy, you're still the same man, you still have the same core beliefs and values, and you still have those things that are important to you, but now you've leveled up because you've added an alteration to the way that you're communicating love. And that's what's going to be really intriguing to her. Welcome to the channel, everyone. For those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Mindy, and I work with guys in long-term relationships and marriages to really help them alter their love communication style to save their relationship. So if you're really trying to save your relationship right now and you're at a loss, everything you're trying to do is just not working, definitely hit that subscribe button so you can be notified every time I release a new video on this subject. But that's why I'm introducing to you guys the love lingo and the love jargon framework. And the reason for this is because all of us have a specific and unique way in how we show love to our partner. And if you're showing love in a way that's not resonating in the way that your wife or your ex needs to receive love, then what's happening is she's over here feeling unfulfilled. And when she starts to feel unfulfilled, it starts to turn on you as well, because now you're frustrated and you're feeling hopeless and you're feeling desperate and you're thinking to yourself, God, I'm doing all these things for her. Why doesn't she see that I love her? Why is this not working? And the major reason is because all of us, we all communicate love in a very unique way. And love languages were great. They're fantastic because they do help us realize that there are certain ways that we receive love. But love languages totally miss the fact that we show love differently. And if somebody needs to receive love in a way that's different than how we show love, what happens is you have a mismatch in love communication. And the reason for that is because even if you know over here what your partner's love language is, if it's not natural to you, chances are you're not doing it enough. And because you're not doing it enough, it ends up leaving your partner feeling unfulfilled. And that's why I really work with men to really help you guys understand, hey, look, you're great guys, and you just need to shift how you show love so you can ensure that you fill her love lingo tank all the time. And so that's why I've broken down love languages into two very simple ways to understand. You've got love jargon, which is the way you naturally show love, and then you have love lingo, which is the way someone naturally receives love. So you want to make sure when you're trying to alter your love jargon to match her love lingo tank that you are aware of what exactly fills her love lingo tank. The very first step is to learn how you and her naturally receive love. So take the Love Lingo Quiz, discover how you receive love, and then in the link of the description, I've also included a special offer to take the one-of-a-kind Love Jargon Quiz. And the Love Jargon Quiz is specifically the only quiz designed out there to help you determine how you specifically show love to someone. Because once you figure out how you're showing love and you realize how your partner receives love, you're going to realize that you guys had a love communication mismatch, and that's exactly where the problems are arising. Because when either of us, whether it's the man or the woman, if we're feeling unfulfilled emotionally, it starts to cause so many problems because we start to feel hopeless. We start to feel that our partner doesn't really love us. We start to feel that we're talking to a brick wall and we say, this is what's important to us, but the other person just doesn't make these changes and we're not understanding why. And once you can realize that this is all because it's a mismatch in love communication, that's where we're going to start to be able to rebuild and repair your relationship. Because if you don't hit on the fundamentals, which is exactly what you do naturally to show your partner love, you're never going to be able to fix it. And yeah, of course you have to create emotional safety and all of this other stuff that goes with it, but it all comes down to the fact that she receives love a certain way, you receive love a certain way. She shows love a certain way, and you show love a certain way. And when they're mismatched, it creates a whole bunch of issues. It causes anxious attachment styles. It causes avoidance. It causes stonewalling. All of it is because of a lack of communication in the way that you show love. All of these labels that we've put on how human beings act in relationships based on certain aspects of what's going on can all come down to a love communication mismatch. And sometimes people stonewall and the anxious attachment or the avoidance and all these labels. This has been going on for a very long time with them because from the time that they were little, they were not receiving love in the way they need to feel it. And if they're not receiving love in how they need to fill up their love tank, what they end up doing is they end up stonewalling. They shut down. They become avoidant. They become anxious attachment. They become all of these things that we label them simply because their entire life they haven't been fulfilled, so they have come up with coping mechanisms. And when you can understand that all these labels are all because somebody is pretty much feeling like garbage, running on fumes, feeling that they're not good enough, and that's why they're reacting this way, once you can really turn it around and say, hey, okay, I get it now. I haven't been fulfilling them. This is what they need to be fulfilled. And yes, I knew that their love language was touch, but I didn't realize that because it's not natural for me, that when I go to do it, it feels like an obligation to them. And that's where a major shift is what saves relationships. Because when you shift how you naturally show love, and when you learn to really incorporate that in a way that makes you feel happy, you're not doing it because you're oh geez, I gotta give 5 minutes of hugs today because that's what fills the person up. You start to realize, wow, I get to give this person 5 minutes of hugs because that's what fills them up. The simple mindset shifts that you do and that you bring back into your relationship are what saves the relationship and is what elevates the relationship and really elevates your love communication style. And that's what I tell all of my students. You have to really understand what your partner needs. And then you figure out what you do naturally. And 9 times out of 10, the mismatch is what causes these relationship issues. And of course, when there's a mismatch, it compounds and it ends up being a lot worse and creating a lot more issues. So start by taking the free What's Your Love Lingo quiz. It's in the description of the video. And then also, I've included a link to take the Love Jargon Quiz. So take those quizzes, send them to your partner, figure out how you each show love and receive love, and get back on the same page so you guys can repair your relationship. Hope this video was helpful, guys. If so, hit the like button and definitely subscribe for more videos like it. And if you guys have taken the Love Lingo Quiz and the Love Jargon Quiz and you're still at a loss on exactly how to shift your love jargon to match your partner's love lingo, feel more than welcome to book a call with me. I do offer free 30-minute consultations through Zoom so we can discuss a coaching program so I can give you the tools and techniques and help you shift your love jargon on a regular basis to make sure you're continuously filling your partner's love lingo tank. As always, everyone, stay happy, stay healthy, and let's focus on falling back in love.